Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome back to the world of Warhammer. This one is a 2v2 siege battle. We are back at the city of Bretonia, and this is actually a really good battle. It's very close, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but it's a great battle, and I hope you guys will enjoy this one. So yeah, I'm commanding the Empire. My ally is commanding the Dwarfs. I gotta work on saying dwarfs. I always say dwarves, but I guess that's more of a Lord of the Rings thing. So, that's a habit I'm gonna have to break. And then on the other side, we have more dwarfs, and they are teaming up with chaos. So I guess the dwarves are, or dwarfs, excuse me. They're in a little bit of a civil war, and one side, I guess they assume that chaos is going to rule the world, and they want to be, they want to be friendly with them. If you can't beat them, join them. And then on the other side, they would rather die than be allies with chaos, because they know that they'll just become servants of the chaos gods. Very cool. Anyways, let's check out these army comps real quick, and then we'll get this battle started. So for my skirmishers, I've got 4 units of handgunners. I'm gonna try to pepper them down before they reach the walls. I have Carl on Death Claw, so he's ready to go. And then I have about 3 or 4 units of great swords. These guys are going to try to hold the walls against the hordes of chaos and dwarves. And for the rest of my infantry, I've got 2 units of halberdiers holding the gate, which halberdiers are pretty good against monsters, and usually monsters charge through the gate. And then for the rest of my army, I have 2 units of mortars, which are going to try to go after the big clusters of troops during like intense melee combat. Looking at my allies' army, he's bringing 2 slayers. Very happy he's doing that to take out enemy monsters. And then we have some longbeards, so it's a pretty solid infantry for the dwarves. He's bringing 2 heroes. One's a legendary hero. He's got the runesmith, and then we have Iron Fist over here with that great axe. That fantastic axe. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm also bringing a bright wizard. I forgot about him. And then he's got 2 units of miners with blasting charges, which are really cool to watch. And then he's got more longbeards with great weapons. So the dwarves, they definitely went with lower tier infantry, but they're bringing a lot. And it's not like super low. This is a pretty solid unit. So overall, I think he found a happy medium between like elite and like quality and quantity. And he also has some crossbows waiting in reserve, and he's got a gyro bomber, which again, like my mortar, is going to be really good at taking out pretty big clusters. Let's now move on to the attacking dwarves in the dwarven towers. And look at these siege towers here. Look at this. This is so cool. This is my first time seeing the dwarven siege towers, and they look amazing. I mean, they have to put so much work into this just for like a simple battle. Hopefully they win this fight so they can reuse these siege towers. But he's bringing some longbeards in the front line there. You can see that most of them are in the tower, or in the towers. And he's also got some slayers in there, and some longbeards with great weapons. He's bringing some thunderers over here. So 2 units of guns, which is pretty smart. He's got the grudge bearer over here. A couple times I call him grunge bearer, like he's listening to Nirvana or something. And then he's got some iron breakers, which are really good infantry. So a couple of them. He's got his ram over here, which also looks really cool. Look at that. Oh, that's so awesome. Intimidating. He's got some iron drakes, which is pretty interesting. Should be pretty sweet seeing them. And some hammerers over here. He's got the grudge thrower. I'm sorry. And then a couple cannons. He's got a master engineer, which is pretty cool, and some organ guns. Man, that army is intense. All right, real quick, guys. He's got for chaos, he's bringing a really small army, but super elite. So mostly he just has chosen, just lots and lots of chosen, and then a couple of them have great weapons, and he has a couple chaos warriors. We've got the prince over here for his general. Is kind of hiding in the bush. He's a little shy. He's got a chaos giant and some chaos spawn, and he has the hell cannon, which I believe is about to fire. So let's see this in action. Here we go, guys. The start of the slaughter. Chaos is here to destroy everything, but will we stand victorious? Will we defeat the traitors of the dwarves? which will soon become Dwarf Chaos or Chaos Dwarves. But yeah, those catapults, the Dwarven catapults, already hitting my men on the walls, also taking out some of the dwarves. But you know, they're down for a fight. They want to die this day. They can't, you know, seeing their fellow dwarven or dwarfs fight for chaos has just really made them sad, and they just want to see the world burn. They don't really want to live much longer. I don't know what I'm going on with this story, but you know, just nod your head and smile like I'm making sense over here. But the siege towers, they are getting closer and closer. So this is like the go-to strategy for Warhammer, is to rush your siege towers, which makes sense because of the unlimited range of the wall towers here. So they're gonna try to you know, not take as much damage by going in as quickly as possible. My gunners not really getting a lot of volleys off here. I'm gonna have to get them off the walls very, very soon, because look at this, a bunch of angry dwarven statues are about to reach the walls. And there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat my gunners off the walls. They are going to get a little caught out here a little bit. Come on, men, get down from there. Here comes the dwarves. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, just they exit through the mouth. And oh, my mortar is firing. The artillery in the background is going pretty crazy. Looks like it is sunset, which has a very cool atmosphere for this battle. We've got more dwarves. Yep, my gunners. Unfortunately, I was too slow to get them off the walls. That is a huge loss right there. Oh, got a couple guns flying through the air. And we've got a pretty intense fight for the walls. My great swords versus slayers is going to be a pretty tough matchup. And Carl is also taking on some of these chaos warriors. So they're going to be really tough to take on. So I don't really plan to win on the walls. What I'm trying to do here is group them up so I can focus my artillery. Oh, and there comes some mortars. Now I am going to get a couple friendly fire shots here and there, but that's the sacrifice I'm willing to take. Also, we've got the Bright Wizard using some spells here. Let's see, what am I doing? Come on. Am I using spells? Oh, yes, beautiful. I love that. That never gets old. So good use there. Oh, Gyro Bomber getting awfully close to the walls, but he's gonna pick up. Here comes more mortar shots coming in. We've got dwarves now joining the walls. He realizes that my great swords are losing this fight, which is not a good situation. Carl is still going to town. Let's go ahead and show the HUD here and see how this battle is playing out. Great sword still taking on the slayers over here. My guns are still fighting, which is kind of tragic. I really want them to just get out. And we've got, you know, just this bloody civil war where it's kind of hard to tell who's who. But look at the flags here. The flag with the orange trim is the attacking dwarves. So we've got a lot of defending dwarves here. I got no idea. I mean, there's got to be a ton of friendly fire going on, to be honest. I mean, there's no way to tell. I wish that they would have somewhat slightly different uniform. You know, that'd be cool if they just change the colors. Like, instead of making the enemy dwarves, make them red, and then have your allies dwarves blue. But all the iron breakers are now in position, so they're throwing their explosive charges. Oh, what is going on over here? More iron breakers, I believe. Yes, indeed, more iron breakers. And the great swords are really taking a beating over here. We are down to 6 minutes. Chaos is having a chain route over here. So this is actually really good. Thanks to the dwarves and Carl, we are holding on to these walls, but we got more and more dwarves. Look at some dwarves are using the chaos towers. That is truly a sign of being allies. And they're going to try to take out Carl. I'm going to retreat Carl out of there because he's pretty banged up and I don't want him to die. I've got a lot of forces kind of waiting in reserve over here. My guns are on the ground firing, trying to get some flanking shots. I believe we've got, what is this? Oh, we've got the general. Oh, wow, we've got a duel over here. The Bright Wizard versus the Prince here. Oh, and he wrecked his world. Yeah, my Bright Wizard is pretty much done for this fight. He's not breaking. Let's see if he can get one more spell off before he completely shatters from the fight. Oh, he's just getting trashed over here. He's just getting tossed around from these Chaos Warriors, the Chosen Warriors. It's not looking good here. It's not looking good. So I think what I did is I sent forward some halberdiers because they weren't going through the gate. As you can tell, nothing's going through the gate, so there's no reason to have 2 infantry waiting there. So I sent up more halberdiers to try to win on this wall, but there's just too many dwarves. There's too many elite chaos infantry. Now, thanks to my dwarven ally, look at Iron Fist. Look at him go. He's like, how dare you betray me, you dwarves. Yeah, dwarfs. Don't you dare. So he's pretty pissed. He's taking out his fellow dwarfs there, which is always tragic, but it's something he has to do. And there goes my bright wizard using one more spell before he's silenced forever. And they are starting to break because of that spell. Carl is standing by, using some abilities like hold the line to keep them in the fight. The walls over here are pretty much slowly becoming in favor. Oh, yep, that's not good. So yeah, slowly the dwarves are taking, the attacking dwarves, or dwarfs, are taking control of this wall. And, oh god, we got the giant going through the gate. Let's get a view of this. Oh, and this is where I'm going to focus my guns and try to take out this giant. We've already taken down half health, and this is why guns are so useful in this situation. Oh my god, Warhammer, man, well optimized, runs very smoothly, and the epic moments like this are just, you can't beat it. I'm sending in the halberdiers to try to chop down these, this giant. He is starting to waver thanks to the halberdier gun combo. Come on, fall to the ground, you bastard. There he goes, he's dead. Oh, he knocked up some of my troops, or knocked up. He got him pregnant. No, well, literally, he knocked him up. Anyways, moving on. Here comes the Chaos Spawn, another monster unit that we're going to have to deal with, and this is the final push. Here comes the miners and their explosive charges, trying to take out the Chaos Spawn here. They are on fire, but it isn't going to be enough. I don't know, my guns are still firing as fast as possible. Yes, as long as we draw breath, they will die. We also have, the miners still in position here. Unfortunately, the miners are going to have to fight in melee, so they're no longer able to throw their charges. Miners are not super great, but I still have this this gunner unit on the flank. Check this out, guys. They're gonna take their swords, put it back, take out. Oh nope, are they gonna charge really? What was that? What came flying in? Was that dwarves flying in? What? Or is that just catapult? Yeah, so what I'm going to do is retreat my guns over here because we really need to break the Chaos Spawn. If you look at their health bars, they're getting pretty low on, on their health. So they should break here pretty soon. Also, we have a lot of heroes from the dwarves that are still... Oh my god. Okay, so we've got the Iron Drakes, and I'm focusing down his Thunderers in the back because this is a pretty high threat unit because they can really pepper us down from afar. So yep, there goes my mortars trying to take them out. And this is the last stand, guys. This is our last hope. Carl is still trying to keep the men inspired. Oh, we got... Oh my, is that friendly fire going in there? I think the miners were throwing their explosive charges into my handgunners. My handgunners are still, oh, it looks like they're stuck fighting. What are they? What is this? What is this guy? Is this a hero? Is that a lone? That was like a lone artillery crew. He just got rocked by my handgunners there. But my handgunners are again free to fire. Come on, take out that Chaos Spawn. Look how low they are. They're so close to dead. Break. The Chaos Spawn, very tough unit. I've got some, if you look down there, the Iron Drakes. They're firing, taking out my handgunners. Oh, look at this charge right here. Chosen trying to go in. So this is pretty much what's left over of Chaos's infantry. So we're trying to take them out as they charge in, but they just will not break. They're too elite. Oh, and the Iron Drake's putting a lot of pressure on my guns. That actually wasn't that great of a volley. And we do hold back the Chosen charge from Chaos. And unfortunately, my men are really starting to waver here. Most of my mortar has used up his ammo. My ally's general has fallen, unfortunately. And, oh, let's see. Oh, yep. It's a battle between handgunners and Iron Drakes, and we're getting some good kills. I mean, handgunners are really good, guys, but I think our army has suffered too many casualties to be able to turn this around. And now we've got Grudge Bearer over here harassing my guns and the Prince. And yeah, Carl's doing everything he can. This is his last like suicide charge here, trying to take out these Iron Drakes, trying to silence their explosive charges. I believe in you, Carl. Never give up, never give in, never surrender. You could do this. He's breaking, and that's the fight. The prince was about to go for a sneaky charge there, and it looks like an explosive charge blew up right at the butt of Deathclaw. So Carl does survive this battle, but unfortunately he doesn't win the battle, and we've got some defeated Empire and dwarves running for their lives. That was a really cool battle because it played out differently compared to most siege battles, where usually the battle is decided right at the walls. But I really felt like we still had a chance at winning at this choke point. I think if we had just one unit of reserves and infantry, from me at least, we could have won that fight. I mean, my handgunners were doing some pretty heavy damage to those monsters and some infantry and whatnot. And the dwarves, if you look up there, he's got some thunderers up there, so that was a very smart move. Let's go ahead and end the replay and check out these stats here and see just how well my handgunners did. Now, it's tough to tell by looking at the number of kills because obviously monsters, well, their kills are just, you know, one big monster is one kill. So I think overall my gunners did pretty well, especially I think this was the unit that was on the flank here. The unit that got 50 kills. It's kind of hard to tell. But my greatswords, they did okay. Usually they do a little bit better, and my halberds did not do super well, but they did take out some monsters. Bright Wizard getting 2 kills, Carl getting only 27 kills, but I really used him strategically in this fight by using certain abilities, and then my mortars did okay. They could have done a little bit better. If we look at my allies' army, oh man, unfortunately his miners got wrecked there. Excuse me, only getting 8 or 6 kills. His heroes doing okay. Let's see, the Longbeards. Oh man, the Longbeards with a great weapon did pretty well, and his Slayers did pretty solid. His crossbows, though, I think he should have moved up his crossbows a little bit earlier. In the Gyro Bomber, I didn't really see what happened to it, but I think it went after the Hell Cannon and did not get any kills. I don't know what happened. And then if we look at Happened, who is commanding the dwarves, a lot of his Longbeards, 108 kills. That is really good. His catapults did okay. His artillery, his organ gun got 1 kill. Iron Drake's 12 kills. So nothing super impressive. Just had a huge army. Was able to you know, take us down. And then Captain Lemon HQ, his Chaos Chosen soldiers here got a ton of kills. Well, it's a little of a mix, like 19, 100, 12, 33. His Spawn didn't do well. The Spawn did all right. His Giant did really bad. Also, it looks like he put a lot of chevrons on it, so we got a huge kill by killing him pretty quickly. Hell Cannon getting 33 kills, and his General getting 47, which is pretty solid for a General. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to give a big thanks to all the players in this battle. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, of course, be sure to leave a like, a comment, a share, and if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more epic battles, which is kind of like the thing of my channel, be sure to subscribe for more Total War battles, and I will see you next time in the next great battle.